So I'm going to go through this one with you. This is a 72 plate with 132,000 miles on. This actually got recovered in over the weekend. It's got a it won't go in gear, won't select any gears I've tried, won't select reverse, won't select drive, won't do anything like that. It has got a neutral sign on the dash, which to me potentially says it isn't gearbox related through past experience on other ones, but I may be wrong. I don't know. I've plugged it in now. We're actually connected, which is good. So we're going to read the codes and see what we've got coming up, if there is any codes. To me, it could be potential of a drive switch flicking to put into gear or not. I don't know. I might be wrong. So let's have a look. Let's have a quick plug in, and we'll go from there with it. So I just want to quickly apologise while there a little clip here that sorry the screen is so close. When I've gone to edit it now, it's I've obviously had the camera the wrong way and it's messed it all up. But I apologise. Sorry, I had to see such a close up of my face. So the fact that I've got quite a lot of CAN faults here really does suggest to me that we have a wiring fault here. If you don't know what CAN means Central Area Network. CAN wiring is basically, if you look at a loom, will be the twisted wires, and that is the wiring that's, that helps each ECU talk to each other. So we have obviously a gearbox problem here, which can potentially cause us an engine problem, which potentially causes us ABS problems, which can cause us a lot of problems. So now we need to have a look at wiring. We know what sort of network we're on the wiring problem. So yeah, we're gonna have to have a proper look into this one. It should be hopefully good. Not good, but hopefully we you know, it doesn't take us too long to find the problem. So yeah, let's get stuck into it and see what sort of problems we can find. So I'm going to try a switch, and I'll tell you the reason why. But for the sake of 10-15 minutes, try a switch. So if we pick up on here, neutral switch, it's picking up neutral. Flicking up a gear, it's picking it up. Down a gear, it's picking it up. Select drive, nothing. Drive safely. Select reverse, nothing. But we have all the rest. So for the sake of half an hour, I think I'm just going to try a switch. I've got a switch here. I'm just going to strip dash, plug a new one in, and then let's see if we have any luck with that. I've just realised in all my other clips that I've done that I say so a lot. So I'm going to try and stop saying so. Right, so, oh for fuck's sake. Right, I have a new one here that we're going to try. It might not work, it might work, who knows. Right, we've got a plug under here. It looks like a plug. It should. It's small enough. These. Be able to. There we go. Right. Let's get that. Plug that in. And then we'll give it a go. Oh. Oh. Drive safely. Bingo. And there we have drive. Let me show you. So I've got it there. I can't do this two-handed right there. Reverse. God, this is hard work. And drive. There we go. So I've got one, which is a man, which has a diagnostic problem. DPF service required on a dash. We're going to plug it in when I get it to connect, and we're going to see what faults we have come up. See how we do it, see what temperatures we need to be able to regen, if it requires regen, and we'll go from there. So let's have a look. So we obviously have a problem here. Engine's on red, which obviously if we've got DPF problem on the thing, that's what's coming up. So I'm just gonna have a quick look and find out actually what faults it's coming up with. So if we go into diagnostic memory and just see what we got. There you go. So we're just basically going to need a regeneration. There are, when you do regens, there are steps you need to be at, like coolant temperature, exhaust temperature, and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to go into it. We're going to do a forced regen, and let's see if we can get this to regen. So obviously we're going to have a lot of things to say about don't do this, don't do that. Obviously, if you are doing regens, for people who haven't done them before, don't go near the exhaust because it will be very, very hot and you do not want burn. So there we go. There's our little first warning there. Coolant temperature must be at least 60, coolant temperature 13. So we need to get it hot, get it up to at least 60 degrees. Shouldn't take too long. So yeah, let's get that done, and then we'll get it fired up. So yeah, remember we need to be up to 60 degrees. So it will cancel the regen. If, say it was regenning and I press the throttle, it'll cut it off if the temperature drops below 60, but when it's regenning it won't anyway. But if I left it, it would. And then exhaust gas temperature below 150. So we can confirm all that. We can confirm that we're all good, and we should be able to carry out the regen now. So we're basically carrying out our regen now. Can take up to 2 hours. It don't normally take that long, depends how blocked it is. I do notice on gel test, which is better as well, it also comes up with pressures. It'll check, and it also comes up with the soot level, well, the ash content level on it as well. So personally for me, obviously I'd rather use gel test, but yeah, with this will do the job lovely. So I've got 2 hours to wait now, which won't be 2 hours, but we'll get it regen. I'll come back and I'll show you some of the temperatures of how hot it really does get. So I accidentally pulled the gate wheel out and it's started again, but you can see the sort of temperatures there. 425 degrees, 460 degrees. You know, it's very, very hot, and these will climb up to sort of 300 odd, 350, 360 probably. So yeah, start again. What a tit. So let that run now, and we'll come back to it when it's sort of near the end, and then I'll go through what we need to do after that. So while I've got that one regenning next to me, I'm going to have a look at this one here. Apparently it's coming with a gearbox problem. So we're going to plug in and have a look at that, see what we've got coming up, and see if we can work out what the actual problem is. So let's get looking. One thing I'm noticing, that battery voltage is dropping. Let's see if I can monitor battery voltage. It's dropping because as soon as I tried to read the vehicle out, it's gone, your battery voltage is too low. Basically we can't read it. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that, just to make sure this isn't what's causing the problem. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll come back in a minute and see what's coming back at. So we've dropped down in voltage. We're struggling to read. It's taking ages to read diagnostics. So maybe this is something we need to look at as to why we've got this gearbox problem. If we've got a battery problem, this might be what our issue may be. But we're going to have to keep monitoring it. It's going up now. Keep monitoring it, and let's see what the warning's coming back at. There we go. Look, the battery voltage has fallen below the limit. Cannot guarantee or control it will function properly. So we obviously, it's either been sat or we genuinely have a battery problem. So we may have to just test these batteries and make sure this is not what's causing our problem. Let's just make sure it starts. Yeah, we're all good. Let's just check the voltage. 28.5. So let's try again. Cool. So there are our faults. We're going to be looking at this one, because we have 43 faults on there, 33 on here. Now I did the last job I did on here, which was the gearbox stuck in gear. Now that shift actuator is that thing with a plunger on top. So are we getting a problem with the top of the box where it's getting stuck and it's not doing its job properly? This could be a quite possible cause. I'm just going to quickly see if it goes in gear. Let's have a look. So where's the old flick drive? So we've obviously got gears, but we're going to have to look at this, maybe try and do some tests. So one thing I'm noticing, it's got an air leak somewhere. If it's got an air leak and we're losing pressure, this might be what's causing our problem. So we need to find out where this air leak, oh, it stopped. We need to find out what's going on here. So basically on that gearbox one, I didn't get a chance to film it because my phone died. What I found was when we did a clutch test, the clutch test was coming out that it was partially opening and it weren't fully opening the clutch. So basically, has got a booster on the outside of the gearbox. It's got a cylinder inside, very much like the DAF ones that we've. If you look on previous videos that are on there, so that's what we look like as the fault is. Obviously, we'll do a video hopefully on that if I end up taking the box out. So still currently regenerating at the minute. We're at 370 degrees. So yeah, just gonna sit and chill for a bit. So it's took a while. I've had to regen it a couple of times because it's failed. But if we look at the soot mass there, we're right down there. I'm pretty happy with that. There's no lights on the dash now. I've got to reset everything and give it a road test and see how we get on. But looking at that, we should be all good hopefully. So our next job, probably final job of this week for me. So I need to leave early today. We've got quite a few problems on the dash. Not quite a few, quite a lot. And let me show you. So there we go, 13 errors. Onboard computer, tacho problem, air suspension, exhaust system malfunction, not worried about that. Gearbox ECU, tachograph problem, LGS malfunction, brake control, electrical system, piss off with your service light, body control unit, and air treatment fault. So yeah, we have got a lot of faults there. I think the first thing to do with anything of this is give it a scan, see what we've got on there, and try and work out where we need to aim our sort of problem at, where we need to look at first. So I don't know if you noticed on the dash, there's no speedo, none of the sort of mileage or anything is lit up. Nothing, not even the tacho's lit up. So we've got a problem straight away. So let's have a look, see if we can connect to it, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, we have a lot of faults there, a lot of red. We're going to go into management, see if we can read something on here. Let's see what we've got. And just wait for it to load and I'll come back. So there are faults. This is just in management. So we've got a lot of cam faults there. Tacho faults here. The tacho fault could be something to do as to why we maybe have a no speedo and everything like that. So we're going to have a look at some of the other ones and see what else we can find. So like anything, we're going to check simple things first. We're going to check all fuses, we're going to check relays, and then we're going to see if we have any problems that way. You wouldn't want to be spending hours on it and then find out, oh, it's just a fuse, it was just a relay. It's probably not going to be, but for the sake of 10-15 minutes, just check fuses, because you just never know what you might come across. So I found another problem. See that? Why am I in reverse when I didn't put it in reverse? Oh dear. So another thing we need to look at is these fuses here. These are located by the battery. We're just going to have a quick check of these to make sure there are no faults. So I checked all them fuses, they were all good, but I did notice this. Now this is a mega fuse, and I don't think that is in a very good way. This will cause us problems. It's a main fuse as well, so it's 175 amp fuse. Yeah, not really in a good state, and that will cause a lot of problems. So we're going to have to repair that first before we do anything, because that could be the majority of what our problems are. So down here on the battery, that little wire there, that red wire there, it's got corrosion on it. It's to do with the tacho. You see where it's got corrosion down there? So we need to repair that first to see if it causes, stops all of our tacho problems, speedo problems and everything like that. So we've made our repair here, and all we're going to do is plug it back in down here somehow. Oh, this is fiddly. There's no room to do anything. So we've got our wire repaired, we've got it in there. Let's have a look and see if we've still got a fault. Yeet! Let's have a look. Oh, dickhead, wait there. So there we have speedo back here, and tacho's back on. So let's have a look. We haven't got 14 warners on anymore. So we got lucky with that one. It was good find. Obviously we checked the two fuses down there, and then found out the tacho wire down there obviously was corroded, which is obviously causing all a mass loads of faults. So we did get lucky with that one, which is good. You get that sometimes. It's nice when you do find stuff like that and it clears a load of faults. Obviously we do have an exhaust system on we need to have a look at, but other than that, it's a nice repair. Nice to find the fault, and yeah, so it's a good win with that one. So yeah, pleased. So there we go, mileage back on, no faults on the dash except for that bloody thing, the service light, but we've got all them faults just by that little wire there. We got lucky with finding that one. I was checking the fuse at the time and we saw that wire, and then we found out that's a actual tacho wire. Repaired that, and then that sorted all our 13 faults. So yeah, we had the gearbox problem, which was stuck in gear. That turned out to be a stalk. We had the regen that we needed to get done. Obviously that caused a couple of issues trying to get that to regen, but after a road test that was fine. And then we had the what else did we have? We had the gearbox fault. We had the gearbox fault, yeah, which is it's the cylinder inside. I think they call it a Konak or something, or I don't know. I can't remember the name for it, but yeah, that's gonna have to be replaced. Hopefully we can get that on another video. And then obviously the last one was the electrical fault with 14 different errors on it. That was a real good find. I was so pleased that we found that. Obviously just that little tacho wire at the back that caused all that problem. Obviously we've got that repaired. I've sorted the AS fault out. Give it a good run. No problems with it whatsoever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you get a chance and you enjoy these videos, if you can click subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down if you've ever seen any of these faults before. If you haven't already, go check out my Instagram. It's at FreightLaneTV. I'm always updating on my story there every day with something, whatever's going on. Some people have got my on Instagram are probably seeing some of the clips of this sort of stuff anyway. So I had a load of filming this week, which I did was a sat nav, which was a absolute pain in the ass. I didn't record that for this, but yeah, you just seen that on Instagram. Obviously people that were there would have seen it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to getting one out next week. And if you haven't already, think about subscribing, really appreciate it. And have a great weekend all.